Want to get buff? You're gonna need the dudes. Hell yeah. Where am I? You may be asking yourself. Well, I'm in a voiceover booth, and I'm shooting the follow-up to Heavy Metal Atmosphere. That was a video we shot in October. It was a music video. It was just a lot of fun. It's something we'd wanted to do for a long time because really on this channel we love to get creative, entertainment. I mean, we love the fitness element, but you got to get out of the gym from time to time. So we did that one with a great director by the name of Nick. Also, the drummer was Beto. He's part of a band called Project 46 in Brazil, and it was a crazy story. Because I put a post on our Buff Dudes Facebook. I said, you know, this is last minute. We're looking for a drummer. Somebody fell through. Beto replies, he goes, hey dudes, I want to come up. I want to be a part of this thing. So he actually flew from Brazil to Los Angeles to be a part of our video. It was a great time. He actually ended up staying at me and my wife's place. We got to know him. He was an awesome guy. He didn't axe murder us, which was, we both appreciated, but it was cool. It was a great experience. And we released it, we had a lot of fun, and we immediately thought to ourselves, hey, we gotta release another one of these things. So for the past year, which is crazy, we've been collaborating with Mark and Dario, who helped on our animated episode, on Power of the Pump. Our next music video is gonna be half live action, half animated. We wanna make it crazy, even more over the top. I'm recording the vocals, got the lyrics written, and I gotta wrap this up. Then we're gonna send it to Ryan, another cool dude who's gonna be mixing it for us. And we're excited, so look for it soon. It's definitely gonna be Buff Dudes, we'll put it that way. Me and Brandon get a little antsy when we haven't done an entertainment video for a while because we love the creative side of what we're able to do with video, so we're pumped for this one. The Power of the Pump is going to be coming your way very soon. In the kitchen with another Buff Dudes food recipe. So let's say you're on a budget, or maybe you just don't have a whole lot left in your kitchen and you're really in a snacky mood. What do? Well, find yourself a sweet potato and let's make ourselves some sweet potato chips. These ones have no right to taste as good as they do. In fact, they taste store-bought and they taste like they should be much more nutritionally empty than they are. These things are amazing, and all you're gonna need is a sweet potato, salt, pepper, oil, and a slicer of some sort. You can use a knife, but we vastly prefer something like a mandolin. You may be wondering, what the hell is a mandolin? Well, think of like a carrot peeler or apple peeler. That works as well. That's what we're gonna be using. You want your sweet potatoes sliced as thin as possible. So go ahead and do that. In the meantime, preheat your oven to 250 degrees. And once you're done slicing up all your sweet potatoes, go ahead and throw them in a baggie with your 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil. That's up to you. We're gonna be using 1 tablespoon. And then go ahead and put some salt and pepper. The amount is up to you. Once you're finished with that, go ahead and shake up the bag as much as you can. Make sure everything is coated well. And then go ahead and take a baking pad. We're putting down some aluminum foil and put all of your sweet potato slices on it. Once you're finished with that, go ahead and put it in your oven, and we're gonna keep it in there for about an hour and a half. You're gonna wanna check on it, of course, from time to time because everyone's oven is a little different, but for us personally, we put it on for just about 90 minutes. Once those 90 minutes are up, go ahead and take it out and let it sit for about 5 minutes. It's crazy that just from one sweet potato, you made this whole giant bowl. Now, you can eat this all in one sitting if you'd like. I'm actually probably gonna go ahead and share this one with my wife because this is a lot of chips and it tastes great. So if you're ever really feeling snacky, you want something simple, nutritious, try these out. Hell yeah. You know, I said I'd share with my wife, but I don't know, they're pretty tasty. I might go ahead and eat all of them. Yeah. Pre-exhausting the lats with some straight arm pull downs. Oh yeah, feeling it. Did some warm-ups before getting it a bit heavier. Just to wake the muscles up. Feeling a little sleepy still. Yeah, not only the muscles are sleepy, but I'm a little sleepy too. It's 7 a.m. It kind of is crazy to think we used to do this at 5 a.m. Man. I wish I had the energy of myself about 3 or 4 years ago. Not that I couldn't do it, but it just seems a little harder than it used to. But we're still in here, damn it. A little bit later than normal, but we're still in here getting it done.
Buff baby's keeping him up.
Yeah. I'm not waking up at 5. I'm waking up at midnight, 2, 4, 6. Thanks, Buff baby. It's all worth it. I love you.
Yeah. Focusing on the explosive concentric contraction. As you can see, kind of just letting it drop. So you're not really focusing on the eccentric or the negative portion. Really trying to build up that explosive strength in the lats, upper back. Try to keep it in that parallel position in the upper body. And you know, don't use too much leg drive. You might a little bit the end of the reps there, but try to keep it as strict as possible. That way it'll keep all that tension and all the usage right in the lats.
Great exercise, but you gotta find a location where you can do Pendlay rows, because depending on the gym you're at, you might be setting off one of, if not all of, the lunk alarms. It's a pretty loud exercise. We also recommend you use bumper plates. This was a favorite in our backyard workout routine because we could be loud, we could blast out music, but thankfully adults, we have this outside section, which is nice too.
If you want to switch up the angles, close grip here is going to be focusing a little bit more on the lats. You ever imagine your elbows start flaring outside your body? You can immediately changing that angle, so it's a bit more in the upper back area, teres major, minor, a little bit more in the traps. So with the close, when your elbows are running tight to the body, it seems a little bit more focused on the lats themselves rather than the kind of upper portion. Although with any kind of scapular retraction, that's going to be one of the main points to be working those traps, or at least the traps are going to be involved in that. So they're always working together, although there could be a bit more focus on a muscle group when you change the angles.
And don't forget the buff dude's drinking game. Take a shot every time one of us says scapula or retraction. A protein drink, that is, or an adult beverage if you're over 10.
Yeah, it's like rowing a battleship. Ramming speed.
Where it goes, to the land of gains. Takes exactly 12 million reps, so you better get started. Moving on to underhand pull downs, an excellent transitionary exercise. And what I mean by that is it's going to be utilizing both the back and the biceps. Great compound exercise. So after this exercise, we'll be moving on to isolating the biceps. But for this one, we're going to be doing a great back and bicep exercise. Bridging the two worlds, you know.
You'll notice that we use the same exercise in the arms portion of the program where we're isolating arms, but we use it as a compound for the biceps. If you want to try to get a bit more involvement in the back, focus on releasing the shoulders, so letting them elevate, and then really depress as they're bringing it down, much like in a pull-up. So that way those traps will activate, and then you'll start pulling it all the way down, and try to meet your chest to the bar and get those elbows as far back as possible, and that's when you'll feel that really good contraction in the back. Biceps are definitely working though, as a secondary muscle group. So like Hudson was saying, it's a perfect kind of transitional exercise into isolating the biceps. Good old drag curls. It's making the isolation movement a bit more isolated. Trying to take out the shoulders completely. So with a regular barbell curl, could get a little bit of that anterior deltoid into the mix, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's always good to kind of change things up every once in a while. So with the drag curls, taking that any kind of elbow kind of lift, or I should say shoulder flexion out of it, and really just focusing on the flexion of the elbow. And range of motion can be a bit shorter on this one, but you can definitely feel that isolation because those biceps starts burning real quick.
Oh yeah, drag curls. Cool sounding name, and an excellent exercise. We covered this in, oh god, there we go. This, to those of you who have not went to Gold's Gym in Venice, there's a morning ritual.
It's literally like a medieval gate. I don't know if you can see it in the background. Oh, you can see it. That thing, hear it. The thing takes like 25 minutes, and there's like 6 of them. So this is the only sound you hear for like 30 straight minutes, and it's literally like nails on a chalkboard. We're gonna cut the scene now to not put you through any more misery. Alternating hammer curls. You'll notice this is one, a little bit of the forearms will be in play too, just because of the positioning of the hand. More of that almost like neutral position, thumbs up. A little bit of the forearm flexors in there. You know, you gotta wield that mighty hammer, and this is the exercise to be able to do it with. Yeah. Reverse curls. Hitting that brachioradialis biceps. They're damn good. Simple change in the grip, get an overhand grip. You don't want to go a bit lighter on this one. And you immediately feel it kind of in the extensors and the forearm there. But also kind of a little bit, it'll hit the biceps, but just feel a bit different. If you've never done them, so you definitely give them a shot. And of course, using the preacher bench is gonna isolate it that much more, because now you're kind of like stuck in that position. There's no shoulder movement. It's really just that elbow flexion and extension, slight extension on the way down. But you know, we always talk about favorites. Here's one right here. The plan says, the program says, weighted crunches. So the good thing is you can kind of choose out of the different exercises of weighted crunches. You can just do it with your own body laying on the floor with maybe a dumbbell or a plate on your chest, and you do weighted crunches that way. Use a machine with weighted crunches. You can see here we're using cable weighted crunches. I'm doing a little bit variation where kind of getting a pull down with the crunch, involve a little bit of the lats and serratus anteriors, and then of course the abdominals as well, just to kind of mix it up a bit. A little bit more activation in there. And you know, so good thing about that is kind of choose what works best for you. And as far as that goes, weighted cable crunches for us is a good one. And this is the last exercise of today. And it looks like Brandon's having a little bit of divine help in getting this done. We all need it from time to time. Thank you, almighty buff dude. Or maybe it's Yatsfug. Maybe Yatsfug's giving Brandon that little last bit of power, as you can see from the holy light descending upon his body.